So good to have you. I know Indy's at home, still shaking up from that whole ordeal, but anytime Indy wants to come on, invited to the Tamron Hall show. This video, as a dog owner, as a pet owner, I know you were a nervous wreck. Those 7 days had to seem like forever.
Yeah, definitely. It was terrifying. Every time I watch that video, it just gives me the same heart drop that I had the first time I saw it.
Oh my God! So in the end, like 100 calls came in, as I understand, 100 people came together, really trying to help you find Indy. Why do you think that resonated so?
It's still a mystery to me. I feel like I said it once to somebody, I feel like in New York, it's so big, but I think we're all type A personalities walking around. And I think when people saw, first of all, a dog running through the street from Upper West Side through a tunnel, everyone wanted to get involved to find her, which was amazing. So I think also I was basically not sleeping. I was up responding to every single person that
That's
said...
your baby. I mean,
yes,
listen,
she
having
is my
had
baby.
a human baby and a dog baby, I can tell you the love is real for both of the ones in my life.
Yeah, it's very real.
Oh my God, so when you first heard about the Kindness Challenge, you immediately said you wanted to thank Michael. Why did he stand out from the more than 100 people who tried to help you?
Michael was involved every single day. He lives an hour and a half away. He was coming into the city, helping me hang flyers, calling me every day to make sure I was okay, keeping the hope up. He was just as motivated and dedicated as I was.
Now, you adopted Indy from Michael's animal shelter.
Yes.
And you've described him as the most amazing, selfless person you know.
Michael is like heart of gold. He lives on a shoestring budget. He spends all of his money on his shelter, opening an extra shelter, donating pet food. I mean, he's the kind of person that you want to know. I am freaking out. Michael thinks that he's being filmed at his adoption event to talk about Indy's rescue, but actually I'm showing up with all of the free leashes and collars and pet food for him. I'm getting everyone here to help me. I'm gonna bring the collars out. I was able to get more than a dozen people to help out with the challenge and help Michael at his adoption event.
Tom, I'm one of Heather's friends. I'm here to help.
How you doing, Tom?
It was overwhelming to see how much people were willing to do for him. People who barely know him wanted to recognize his kindness.
I was so inspired just to hear about the story and to hear how selflessly he gives.
Any money he makes goes right back into the charity.
He would do almost anything for a person or an animal in need.
I think Michael is going to be so surprised, overwhelmed. Michael, I've been holding a secret from you.
Oh, that's great. You knew that? Oh, wow. Amazing.
In the end, we gave Michael 170 collars, 170 leashes, and pounds of fresh food.
I'm shocked.
Michael's surprise was totally worth it. We actually just sent a dog home. He got his forever home just now. It's so exciting to see him leave with one of our collars.
Aww. That is super sweet. So Michael is here with us now. Michael, are you there?
I'm here. How are you?
I'm doing great. How did you feel when you saw that Heather thought about you and wanted to pay it forward to you?
She lied to me. She told me she was going jogging.
Wait a minute. What did she tell you?
She belonged to some jogging club, and she had the whatever she was gonna do, jog around the city, I guess.
Okay. Wait a minute.
And I believed it.
Michael's mad that you lied to him.
I know. It was the best lie ever.
So Heather, what did you tell him?
I run with Team for Kids, so I said, oh, I have a running event that I need to do on Saturday. I'm sorry.
Now, so your plan was to just surprise him on the spot with these gifts. But there's also a bigger message here, as we keep saying. It's about community and knowing that those acts of kindness that help you find Indy is what you wanted to pay forward.
Exactly. I think, New York basically jumped into action for me, and I feel like jumping into action for Michael, the Kindness Challenge, by giving him the $500 directly, it's gonna help all these shelter animals indirectly.
And so people started donating money to help you out, to help surprise him.
Yeah, my friends donated $600.
What? Wait a minute, let me get my phone and write down your friends' names. So your friends stepped up and donated $600 as well?
And some of them had never met him before.
Never met him. Wow. And, you know, when we were talking in the commercial break, Indy, her collar broke and she got away from her dog walker.
Yeah, so she was wearing a harness and she was wearing her tags on her martingale. And when we found her, her harness was off and her tags had fallen off her martingale. And she's microchipped, but somebody has to be able to catch your dog first.
Right.
Which Indy is just basically, I mean, she's a speed demon. So,
So Indy was there. So which is great that you ended up giving collars and all of these very useful things to Michael. So Michael, when you are able to adopt out a pet, what does that do for your soul? What is that? Because it is an act of kindness for the pet, but it's also an act of kindness for us humans.
Yeah, of course. It's a lot of work. A lot of our animals come from all over the world. We get them from New York City. We get them from the shelter in New York, but we also get them from Puerto Rico. This little guy, I don't know if you can see him, from Florida. He came from Miami. We have taken, I think, 31 countries so far, from India, from Russia, from the Middle East. So from the South, you know, down in New Orleans.
Right, so
live in New Orleans.
people are sending these pets to you, are contacting you and saying that they have...
Amazing people I'm trying to compete with, who are even amazing, who are in Egypt or in the Middle East, mostly women who are saving the animals off the streets, and then they get them, you know, in a safe place, and then we arrange a flight, and it's a whole, you know, social media now concept.
That is phenomenal. Well, Michael, shout out to you and that whole network of people.